Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here for the Great Wall of Comics. I'm back from HeroesCon 2024, and oh my goodness, what a con it was. Let's take a look and see what we got. All right. So, North Carolina Heroes Con. Oh my goodness, guys! It's worth a travel. If you are in the area, why don't you go? But if you're not in the area, I can understand travel can be expensive. But if you're going to travel to one con, I highly recommend considering Heroes Con. It is amazing. Now, I didn't bring any footage this year of the con floor. I was kind of busy working a booth for Comics Curing Cancer while I was there. But there's lots of guys posting some amazing footage of the convention. It's hard to really convey how big, but I will simply just say that there were over 100 comic vendors there. I counted according to the thing. And then on top of that, the sheer number of artists, and not just like local artists. I mean, A-list artists and creators that were there. It was crazy. I got some great commissions I was able to get while I was there. The networking for Comics Curing Cancer was amazing. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get into this though. First, now some of you guys know I do a lot of stuff for Comics Curing Cancer. What is Comics Curing Cancer? Well, you can check out that video there. Please, by all means, follow Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram at Comics Curing Cancer. It is essentially a campaign of the American Cancer Society. We're raising funds. While we were there at Heroes Cons, we managed to increase our revenue that we've raised over $5,000. So thank you guys so much for everyone who was at Heroes Con, who turned out and helped us out. How do we do that? Well, primarily we had this Comics Curing Cancer art book. This is a community art book. It was put together. Inside has images from art from a variety of community artists as well as some professional artists, all in the idea of promoting the guise of discussing about cancer, cancer research, patient advocacy, etc. And it was $20. We sold a good number of these. There are still some available. You can check the link down below. And if you'd like to go ahead and get one of these, 100% of that $20 goes to Comics Curing Cancer, the American Cancer Society. So phenomenal book there. Beautiful, beautiful art inside. The other thing that we were selling is we had this beautiful Miko Suyan Virgin variant Sonic the Hedgehog issue 69. This was generously donated, half the print run. So it was a print run of 500. Half the print run was generously donated by Big Time Collectibles. Big shout out to Big Time Collectibles, donating half the print run to us over at Comics Curing Cancer. We were able to then sell these at $30 a piece, which is the regular price that it's going for, and have that 100% of that going to Comics Curing Cancer as well. There are still some of these available as well at the link down below. I picked up 2 copies. So that was the primary thing of what we were doing there at Comics Curing Cancer. But while we were there, we were also networking with a variety of artists, getting to start to talk to them about our upcoming event in October. The first week in October, we're going to be doing our auctions, our online event, our mixture of shows and pledge drives and our auctions. This year, we're doing something a little bit different in that Saturday, instead of the big spin, we're getting rid of the big spin because it was kind of redundant. And instead, we're going to split off our art auction from the main auction on Sunday. So Sunday will be a comic book focused auction, whereas Saturday evening will be an art focused auction. So we're definitely out there reaching out to comic book artists. If you're watching this and you're an artist, we would love to have you contribute a piece to us for Comics Curing Cancer. Reach out to me. Yeah. Anyways, so there were a couple items first I'll show off that were donated to Comics Curing Cancer that will be available in our October event. First up, we got a couple books, signed books from Deacon Bukros. His cover for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha. And he signed it there in pink. And we got his cover for Scarlet #1, also signed. So thank you, Deegan. I was having a book signed, a cover, I should say, I was having my Harley Quinn Zero. I've been working on this as getting all these signatures. As while I was there, I was talking with Stephen Rue as he was signing my book, and he noticed my Comics Curing Cancer jersey, and we started talking, and he goes, "You know who you need to talk to? You need to talk to Stephanie over here." And so he sends me over to talk to Stephanie Levod. And Stephanie is a cancer survivor, and she was absolutely on board, wanting to help us out, whatever, help us out in October. But to help us out right around, she had this sitting there ready to go. She donated this giant size X-Men with facsimile with Stan Lee on the front. Look at that amazing art! And wait, there's more. On the backside, this great beast. So phenomenal double art piece. That's going to be available in October. Also picked up this for the Comics Curing Cancer. This Creature from the Black Lagoon from Christopher Lockwood. He's he's brand new to doing comic book art. Just a phenomenal Creature from the Black Lagoon. Our man Izzy from Izzyverse NYC donated this Gotham by Gaslight sketch cover of Batman. Also, Geek Out with Roscoe teamed up with Izzyverse. Geek Out with Roscoe did the pencils, and then inks by Izzyverse NYC doing this Dark Claw on a backer board. And then comics in, I know this is from Chad Chotel. Chotel Arts donated this Batman sketch cover, just incredible. And last item donated while we were there from Tater's Comics and Collectibles. He donated this Amazing Spider-Man 36, the September 11th tribute book, signed and remarked by both JR and Scott Hanna. So thank you so much for that. Those will all be available for us in October. All right. That's the stuff for the Comics Curing Cancer. Now let's talk about the stuff for Rob. Now, I said that I wasn't going to do as big as last year. And a lot of you guys, because a lot of people were sitting there going, "Man, Rob, I can't wait to see what you do this year." Because last year, let's be honest, I may have gone a bit overboard. I bought a few books. Last year, in case you don't remember, I picked up an Avengers 1, an Avengers 4, so first Avengers, first Captain America return, Captain America 117, and what's funny is like these are on the wall. Avengers 1, Avengers 4, Cap 117, first Falcon, a Commandy 1, DC Comics Presents 26, the first appearance of Cyborg and the new Teen Titans, the GSX 1 that came in, Amazing Spider-Man 129, Planet Comics 61. Those are like the big books. And then I had a bunch of like raw books and some stuff that I picked up. So I went crazy. And people thought I was going to go nuts this year. And I said, hey, no. You guys don't understand. I'm not going to go big. As big. Some people seem to think that meant that I wasn't going to go big at all. But your boy, yeah. I'm traveling to this con. I'm going to make it worth my while. And I'm hunting some bigger books. but my budget was smaller, so it was a matter of really came down to the first day hunting whether or not the big book that was on my hunt list, whether or not I would acquire it, would set the pace for the rest of the con. Whether I was doing a lot of medium-sized books or some smaller books with one big one. Spoiler alert, we got the big one. So, anyways, day one for me was Thursday. It was setup day. Like I said, we were there with Comics Cure and Cancer set up. Almost immediately, as soon as vendors start putting books up on their tables, other vendors are coming in and looking through them, trying to add stuff for themselves. There's some vendors are more into letting other people buy their stuff early than others. But so, anyways, I was looking through some books. I found a guy whose box had like 20% off comics, and I found a couple books that ended up going for the giveaway bin actually. So let's talk about those books that are going into the giveaway bin. And a couple of these I found later on in the con as well. First up, Chris the Comic Vet's been looking for this book, but I grabbed one so we could throw it in the giveaway bin. Also, something to throw in the giveaway bin. I thought since we did the first Transformers, we might as well do the first Dinobots. That'll go in the giveaway bin. What is this giveaway bin, you ask? Huh, well, I'm glad you asked. It's actually my Saturday show, Only Slabs, where we have guests come on that talk about their slabbed comic book collection. We get to know them through their collection. During the show, we give away books, and these books come from the giveaway bin. And here's a great one. How about the second appearance of Hawkeye? Yeah, I said that. You heard me right. Second appearance of Hawkeye going in the giveaway bin. Check out this bad boy going in the giveaway bin. Yeah, giant freaking Nazi robot. And now this is an interesting book. I picked this up for the giveaway bin. And after I got it home and I've gone through it, I'm not sure what to do with it. So I want you to leave a comment down below if you think that I should put this in the giveaway bin or not. And so on the surface, it looks like it's a Tales of Suspense number 97. And that's what it was sold as. It was sold as a VG copy of Tales of Suspense 97. But in reality, what it looks like as I've gone through this book is, because it's extra thick, somebody has actually removed the Captain America stories and have inserted more Iron Man stories, including there's another cover partially in here. I have to really kind of look. It doesn't even look like it's the whole story for this. It's just kind of weird. Anyways, it's somebody's creation, Frankenstein comic, and therefore probably not very valuable. But it's interesting, I suppose. So, do you think I should give this away, or should I just hang on to this in my PC or something else? Let me know. It's a cool cover, nonetheless. All right, so that's it. That's it for the giveaway bin. I did not go there to go shopping for the giveaway bin. I went there to go shopping for me. So let's start. We'll start it off with a couple of books for my Batman run. I'm working on that 200 range. So here's issue 243. And issue 262. And issue 266. So that's not anything really special, just some basic run filler books for me for that. Now, Tales of Suspense, I've been going after that for a little bit now. Here we go, number 69. 69, dude! First Titanium Man. We've been looking for that. Tales of Suspense 74. That's just a run filler. Tales of Suspense 79. I believe this is the first cosmic cube, later to be named a Tesseract. And another copy there. This one actually is what it says it is. First appearance of Whiplash with a major wrap. You can tell wrap is a little off, misaligned just a little bit, but that's okay. One of these books, one of the vendors right next to us, he had this book sitting out, and it just kind of caught my eye. The price seemed right. It's a first appearance. It's not a first appearance that, not a major first appearance, not a big deal to me, but he had a he had a $50 price tag on it. I went and looked at the book. The book was in pretty good condition. So I offered him 40. He started really inspecting it. I just pulled two 20s out of my wallet, set it down, and put my wallet away. When he saw that, he kind of said, well, okay. And that's Marvel Spotlight 12, the first appearance of Damian Hellstrom, the son of Satan. Then a book that I was looking to get. I had been originally targeting to get this book in like a near mint copy, 9092, and I may still at some point do that. This book is not that high. This book is probably more in the 775 range, maybe an 8, but the price was right. It was an opportunity to pick this book up. The guy was asking $125. I got it for $100, and that is Astonishing Tales 25, featuring Deathlock the Demolisher. And that, of course, is the first appearance of Deathlock. Let's see. The nice thing about HeroesCon is that there is a lot of opportunity to get books signed. I brought several books to get signed in addition to my my Harley Quinn Zero. Fortunately, thank you to some members of the community who helped me out because I was not really able to stand in line with some of these big artists. The lines, they moved, but they were still could get fairly long. To wait for some of the really big artists. A lot of artists, maybe you waited 2 minutes max, but a few of them had lines. And so some of our community members that were there were cool and helped me out with, since we're managing the booth at Comics and Cancer, and we're happy to take on a book from me into their pile to go. So shout out to Collecting with Durs, to Chris the Comic Vet, and to Marcus Circumstances, all for helping me out with getting some books signed. So first one up was Transformers 1, signed by Daniel Warren Johnson. Next one up, Jenny Frison, signing that Ghost Spider. Then we got Ultimate Spider-Man issue 1, signed by Scotty Young. And Venom 18, also signed by Scotty Young. So the 4 of these books, I'll probably send these into CGC using the new JSA, test it out, and see how that goes. In addition to getting signatures, the best thing in my mind is the opportunity to get commissions. And this is where this year I went heavier than in the past, was with commissions. So first up, we got Wilfredo Torres. He had posted on Instagram that he had some, he was opening up his commissions for HeroesCon. He was going to be there. I was looking through his art, and his art was super classic, clean, and I thought to myself, retro. And I thought, man, he would be awesome to do a Rocketeer cover for me. And so I reached out to him. He said, yeah, he'd do it. When I dropped off the book, he told me it's going to be $40, and I must have heard that wrong. And when I went back to pick up the book, he goes, "Okay, it's $40." And I was like, "You're kidding me!" So I gave him 50 because I couldn't pay him only 40 for it. And that's check this out, Rocketeer, baby. I mean, yeah, it's fairly somewhat basic. It's a torso, uh, no color, but still, that is just great. So well worth $50 in my opinion. I probably would have paid more, double that. I think that's $100 sketch all day long, and I think he's undervaluing himself. But I'm super happy to have it. All right, and next up, this one. This is another $50 sketch. Now this one, actually, I was just walking up to go get some food on Sunday. Went to the concession stand and I saw this book sitting on this artist table, but the artist wasn't there. So I went and got my food. I came back from getting my food, went by his table again. He still wasn't there. So I said, well, I'll have to check back later. Ate my food, decided it was time to take my trash, throw it away, which surprisingly for some reason, HeroesCon, you guys got to do something, man. The trash can situation is pathetic. There are almost no trash cans in the building, or like only around the perimeter of the building. There's nothing down any of the main aisleways. Very, very unfortunate. But anyway, so I walk my food garbage all the way back up, and there I see the artist is going to his booth. So I said, great, let me go throw my food trash away and I'll come back. Throw my trash away and come back, and he's starting to get up and walk away again. And I'm like, oh, hold on, dude, I'm trying to buy something from you. He goes, oh, okay. And here it is. I picked this up for $50. Bang. Look at that scarecrow. Oh, my goodness. And what's amazing about the scarecrow is it's not only just how great the scarecrow is, but check this out. Check out Batman down here below on the falling apart chessboard or checkerboard, whatever it is. It's just awesome. So, big shout out there to DeFornay. Awesome, awesome work. All right. One of the guys who's a supporter of Comics Curing Cancer, featured in our Comics Curing Cancer art book. He donated 3 incredible sketch covers to us last year for our auction. His style is he does a lot of photorealistic, kind of takes the actors who portray various characters and does these very realistic portrayals on sketch covers. Now, in this particular case, we deviated from that. I didn't necessarily want a photo type sketch cover. We went more of an amalgamation of portrayals for this, as well as from the comic books, and that is I wanted to get a Penguin sketch cover for Batman because I've been collecting the Batman rogues as well as the Spider-Man rogues. This is Art in Motion, Dan Needlinger. Look at that. And if you're thinking he's wearing a mask, no, remember this is just his monocle. There we go. That's cool. Although I'm not quite sure where that string is going on his monocle. It should be going down, but anyways. If you've never worn a monocle, how would you know? Chris Campana. Now, Spider-Man artist, Marvel artist, Chris Campana. He, again, big supporter of Comics Curing Cancer last year. This year, he's on board again to help us out. He's all in. He said, whatever we need. I mean, he's recently had to go through a cancer battle himself. So I had reached out to him to do a Mysterio sketch cover as I'm collecting again those Batman and Spider-Man rogues. And so here he is, bust this out. Interestingly enough, I had originally given him a different blank cover, but he said that he messed it up, and so he went scrambling to find a new Spider-Man blank. He thought that this one worked out better because the trade dress was on the side, gave him more ability to do the sketch he wanted to do rather than having to do it squat with the big trade dress across the top. So I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm so just glad to have it. Thank you very much, Chris. Great work as always. All right, and then now, to me, I say to some people that I don't follow artists around. I have artists that I enjoy and I like, and I love getting these sketch covers because it's how I choose to collect original art because it fits in my comic boxes. But I've talked many times about how the special place in my heart for Spider-Man 2099 because that's the first comic I've ever read. I didn't start reading comics until I was in college, and that book stands out to me. So I've had books that have been signed by the creators and everything else, but this was the first time I ever had Rick Leonardi do a sketch cover for me. So I was really happy to have Rick Leonardi draw Spider-Man 2099 for me and to have my own Rick Leonardi sketch. Totally, totally excited. Big shout out, by the way, to the Linx family for helping me out with this one. This was one of those ones that was really kind of weird where I dropped off the book and I didn't see any signage that said from Rick that said cash only. And by the time I went to go pick this book up, I had depleted most of my cash at that point. And he goes, yeah, so I went to pay for it. And he goes, oh, no, you can't do PayPal or whatever. I can only do cash. And so I went to go to the ATM to go get some more cash and remembered that I had taken the ATM card out of my wallet and left it at home because I wasn't going to need it while I was traveling. Fortunately, Link's family had cash laying around. I was able to exchange them some PayPal exchange for physical cash so I could go pick up my sketch cover. So thank you very much there to the Linx family, DJ Linx and his lovely wife. The last sketch cover that I picked up. And so in case you guys wonder, so these two here, these were each $300 for full figures. So you see the difference between full figure with color, just full figure ink. But different artists have different rates. Now this was by far the most expensive sketch cover I did. I probably wouldn't have normally paid this, except that I had this ingrained in my head at this point. And this is a Bill Morrison who did Bongo Comics, Simpsons Comics, Futurama, all that stuff. So a while back, I had been talking to my man Beckerman. Shout out to Beckerman, who wasn't able to make it to the HeroesCon this year, but he and I had talked about my affinity for the Gold Key Magnus Robot Fighter. And I had recently had a Magnus Robot Fighter sketch cover done by Livio Romandali. And he said, what would be cool is you should get like Bill Morrison to do something with Zap Brannigan. Because Zap Brannigan's outfit is identical to the outfit that the Gold Key Magnus Robot Fighter wore. Red tunic with short skirt, utility skirt, whatever, white boots, everything. So, went to Bill Morrison and asked him to do a Bender fighting Zap Brannigan on a Magnus Robot Fighter blank that I provided. Now, I could have gotten this for less, but I decided I was going to go full bore. I wanted color. And that was the really difference. This would have been, because this is two characters on the thing, and it would have been a $300, but then I chose for color on both, so $500. But damn it, this could be the gem of the con if it wasn't for my big boy book. So I'm super super pumped to add this Magnus Robot Fighter. I just absolutely love it. This is like so awesome. Oh my god. So great. Plus, I love Futurama. So thank you so much, Bill Morrison. Shout out there. And thank you, Beckerman, for suggesting that. All right, we're down to slabs. Only got 3 slabs this year. So first slab up. This is a book I've been tracking for a while. I happened to spot this one. The price was right. Paid. I think I paid $100 for this slab. This is the first appearance of Sharon Carter, Batroc the Leaper, and the first cameo of Peggy Carter, and that is Tales of Suspense 75 in a 5.0. So there we go. Great slab. And that's all I've been going for on these Tales of Suspense. The slabs I've been getting, I've just been kind of going for mid-grade 5.0 to 6.0. So I don't need anything higher. They just make me happy. They present well enough, and they're good. All right, this slab, this was a whim. It was kind of like I was almost done shopping, and I happened to be talking to Gene over at Shortbox booth, and while I was talking to him, they had a bunch of sci-fi books, and I hadn't picked up a sci-fi book really, and I love my Atomic Age sci-fi, and this book, they had Strange Worlds 18, and they had it tagged at $300. I looked it up. It was a comp sale on a 4 or 5 at $250. This was a consignment book. I knew they didn't have a ton of space on it, but I asked them. I said, "Hey, are you able to do $250 on this? Because that's, look, we have a comp from just 3 weeks ago on it." And he said, "Yeah, we can do that." So I was able to pick this up, $250. Strange Worlds issue 18. This is Avon Comics from 1954, featuring Gene Fawcett art. And what's great is I have Strange Worlds 19 up on the wall. So there we go, some ray guns, bubble helmets, flying saucers. I guess he's inside his vehicle and he's shooting his ray gun through the window, which is kind of weird. But hey, I don't care. All right, the last book. This is the big boy book. So I went out looking for this book explicitly. Some folks have said, "Hey, yeah, this would be an awesome book," considering last year I picked up some the Avengers 1 and stuff, that this would be a great complement piece to go with it. I was targeting a range of a 2.5 to 3.5 was my hope, but I didn't want to pay really more than about $2,200. And that was going to be tough because I know that this book could cost more than that. We walked around Friday morning. Most of the vendors, none of them had one on the shelf. I finally get to a vendor who has 3 copies. He has a PGX 2.5 that he's asking $2,500 for, and he has 2 raws. One that was like taped down the side for under $1,000, and one that was a split, half the cover was split, and he wanted like $2,600 for it, and it had some water damage. I wasn't too keen on it, so I walked away from it, thinking about it. A couple minutes later, I get a call from my man Mark. Shout out the Legion of Comics. He calls me up, says, "Rob, you still looking for that book?" I said, "Yes." He's, "Oh, they got one over here where I'm at. They have it in a 3.0. He's asking $2,600 for it, but he says he'll do 23. So I head over to where Mark's at, take a look at the book. I decide, yeah, I'm willing to do this one, but I said, let me see if I can get a little more off of them. So I said, so where you and Mark were talking? So he said 2,300, and he goes, yeah. I said, all right, well, I don't know. I got to think on that. I really was hoping not to do more than 2,200. I don't know. I know it's only $100 more, but I was kind of trying to stay on budget. And so he goes, of course, are you paying cash? Why, yes, I am. All right, let's do the 2200. And then I became the proud owner of Brave and the Bold 28, the first appearance of the Justice League, first cover appearance of Aquaman and Martian Manhunter, and first appearance of Starro, and first appearance of Snapper Carr. Who can forget Snapper Carr? So look at that, 3.0 presents pretty darn well, actually. Why is it a 3.0, you might ask? I mean, aside from the spine ticks and stuff, what limits it becomes this chunk missing out the back cover, but I am down with that. I don't mind having a chunk out of the back cover in exchange for a beautiful presenting cover. So there we are. That is HeroesCon Haul 2024. What on earth is left for me to hunt in 2025? That is going to be the question. Guys, thank you for sticking with me through this long video. I appreciate you all. Tune in to Only Slabs. Check out Comics Curing Cancer. And until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody else, including me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.